Assalamualaikum students, our today's topic is active transport. So first of all, we will study about the conditions of active transport, like which conditions are necessary for the movement to call active transport. In active transport, particles of any substance can move. The first condition is that any substance particle can move in active transport. Second condition is that particles must move from the area of lower concentration to area of higher concentration. We can also use the terms up a concentration gradient or against the concentration gradient for the movement from the lower concentration area to higher concentration area. Then when molecules have to move from the lower concentration area to higher concentration area, they must require energy. Energy is required, and from where that energy comes, that energy comes from respiration. And we know that only living organisms can respire. So another condition is that active transport only occurs in the living organisms, because only living organisms can respire, and when they respire they release energy, and that energy is used for the movement from the lower concentration area to higher concentration area. Another condition is that membrane is required. Movement of ions through cell membrane or movement of ion through any partially permeable membrane. In mostly living organisms, cell membrane is the partially permeable membrane. That's why we call the movement of ions through cell membrane. So we can say that the definition of active transport is: active transport is the process in which energy is required to move the particles of any substance against the concentration gradient from the area of lower concentration to higher concentration through a membrane. Now the examples of active transports: in plant, mineral salts or ions are absorbed by the root hair cell through active transport. And in animals, in our small intestine, a structure called villi is present. These finger-like structures are called villi, and these villi absorb glucose and amino acid through active transport. So these are the examples of active transport. That's all about today's lecture.